Good morning, everyone. This is Miss Melanie, and I'm so glad I could be with you today. If you were with us yesterday at virtual church, we heard the story of Jesus' ascension. Now, that's not a word you hear very often, but to ascend just means to go up. In this case, Jesus, with his disciples watching, ascended up into the clouds, higher and higher until he disappeared. That must have been really surprising to the disciples who were watching him. To learn more about the Ascension, we're including the link to this week's Together at Home newsletter. And this has a whole bunch of things that you can do to learn more about the Ascension and things that you can do with your family as well. It always has a puzzle sheet. This one has a place where you can draw something, as well as a maze and a dot-to-dot on it. The Together at Home packet also always includes a coloring sheet. Now, I really like to color. Usually I use my colored pencils, but you can use anything you want. I haven't finished this one, but it's pretty special to me because it's got a Bible verse on it. It's from John, and it reads, "And this is eternal life, that people know you, the only true God, and that they know Jesus Christ, the one you sent." I'll be finishing that one up later. Another thing in the newsletter is going outside with your family to take a look at clouds. I really like clouds, and I like that there are different kinds of clouds too. The puffy ones that you might see on a summer day or a lot of other times too. These are called cumulus clouds, and they're kind of in the middle in terms of being higher or lower. The lowest ones are called stratus clouds, and they look kind of like big sheets of white or even of gray, and they're very low in the sky. Higher up, you will see little wispy ones. You see how small that is? They can be long, but they're not very thick, and they are called cirrus clouds. When I made my craft this morning, I tried to put each of the different kinds of clouds on it. It's easy to do, and you just need a few things from your house. First, you need a cup. I've got a couple different ones here. It doesn't matter if there's anything on the cup, and you can use plastic or paper cups, but you will need to put a hole in the bottom. And that can be tricky, especially with the plastic ones. So get an adult to help you if you need that. After you've got your cup ready, you can cover the cup with some blue paper because this is going to make the sky. And you'll also need to find a picture of Jesus. I printed this one out from the internet. It's a small one. It just has to fit inside of the cup like that. After you've got your picture, you can take some string or yarn. This is hard to see. You can probably see it a little bit on there. But any kind of string or yarn should work. And you thread that through that hole in the cup. At the bottom of it, you can put your picture of Jesus. See my clouds? There's stratus clouds, cumulus clouds, and little cirrus clouds up here. So after you've taped Jesus onto the string, then you can use that string to see what it might have been like for the disciples when he went from the ground up, way up into the clouds. Now you see him? Now you don't. I would love to see pictures of any of your coloring sheets or crafts that you've done. And you can probably send them to St. John and they'll get to me that way. It's one of the things that I do miss. Well, as we're talking about clouds, I'm also thinking about things that we might see going up into the sky. We won't see a person doing that. That was Jesus. But we will see other things. Up here in the corner, I've got a balloon. I tried to make a happy face on it, but to me it looks a little ghosty or creepy or something. That balloon I just taped to the ceiling. But there are balloons that go up without you having to tape them anywhere. Those are helium balloons. And I don't know if you've ever seen one go way up into the sky if somebody forgets and lets it go. It's important to try not to because the balloons are not good for the birds and other wildlife. But when you're in the house, you can watch them go way up to the ceiling. I was thinking of other things that go up into the clouds too. Next thing I thought of were airplanes. Mr. Nestor went on a website where there were lots of different plans for paper airplanes. And he made and decorated one for me. They may not be able to go all the way up into the clouds, but you can see how far they fly. I wonder who in your family can fly the farthest with a paper airplane. Another fun thing to do with your family might be to use a kite. I haven't gone kite flying in forever, but I like this bird with all the different colors on his wings. So maybe I'll try kite flying. If you do, let me know how it goes. There's one more thing over here. You see that turning? It's a spiral. What I did is I took shiny paper and I cut around and around and around it. And you can use the link on this site to make your own, or you can just do it by however you want to. On the back side, the side that's not shiny, what I did is I wrote the names of people that I was praying for, or things that I'm praying for. And when you see it turning and it starts looking like it's going up, then you can think about the fact that God is listening to each prayer every time. Now, we are not going to be getting together again in person for quite a while. And I really, really miss all of you. But I thank you for being with me today. And I want you to remember that even though his disciples saw him rising up into the cloud like that, Jesus is still with us every single day. You can't see him with your eyes, but you can feel him in your heart. Thanks for being with me, and have a great week, everyone.